everybody. Hi, this is Sandra Ahten with ReasonableDiet.com. Happy to be with you today in my own kitchen for the first time, giving my kitchen to the world. Why? Because I think I have something to offer. You know, cooking shows are wonderful, I suppose. Most of them, a lot of them, people love watching cooking shows to learn how to cook, but so many times they're so they don't care about how many calories are in their things. They say they do sometimes, and occasionally they throw one in, but my deal is I like cooking as low calorie as I can all the time when I'm at home. If I can make it taste good, really taste good, and have it be low calorie. I have some other goals with my diet. I'll tell you what they are in a second. But if I can have that, then I can spend all my indulgence calories on when I go to someone's house, or I really, I'll go out to eat or whatever. I don't have to worry so much in those other times if I've learned how to cook low calorie at home, and it satisfies me most of the time. I try to be as much as possible local, organic, and mostly cooked at home and calorie appropriate. In my ideal world, that would be my diet. Why? So that I can have whatever indulgences I want when I want them, and I don't have to feel guilty about them. So I'm going to attempt to bring a series of programs to you that are about how to cook healthfully at home, low calorie. Not always organic, that isn't always possible. Not always locally grown, that isn't always possible. But definitely easy, fast. That's my main thing, fast and easy. And you know what? Cheap doesn't hurt either. So today I'm just going to show you how to make a basic vegetable chicken stock so that you can use it in soups or other recipes. One time I was talking to one of my clients about making a vegetable broth, and she had this elaborate recipe to make this vegetable broth. Well, everything he had to do and blah, blah, blah. It's like, I was like, who would ever do that? You're just going to, mine is like the total other end of the spectrum. So let me tell you what it is. I throw all my vegetable scraps in the freezer. And then I take my chicken that I have a carcass of, and I put it all together in my slow cooker. So right now I'm going to just go over here and pull out my vegetables. Show you my bag of vegetables that has been gathering in my freezer. Check this out. It's kind of pretty just by itself. Oh, and you open the bag and it smells so good. Why? Because it has all these stems of different, mostly cilantro right there. So those are cilantro stems right there. And celery heart, and pepper tops, and another pepper top, and a cabbage, parts of a cabbage, and red onions, and carrot tops, and even just onion skins go in there. So it doesn't have to be edible. Obviously, I didn't want to include it. Ooh, that's an oregano stem from when I had fresh oregano. Maybe that's basil actually. Okay, so all of that, just as is, goes right in my big slow cooker. Now, if you don't have a slow cooker, you can do this on your stove top in a big pot. Another option. Then comes the chicken. You didn't need me to tell you this, did you? So this is one of my indulgences, actually. Not like a calorie indulgence. It's fine calorie-wise, but you know what? It isn't locally grown. It isn't locally raised. It's just a chicken that I buy at the grocery store once a week. I buy myself a chicken completely already roasted. I eat the breast off of it. My husband eats the thighs and legs. And we usually have one about once a week or once every 2 weeks. So, but I don't worry about picking it clean. I try not to eat the skin myself, but I put all of that, bones and all, right in there, right in the slow cooker. And then I'm going to cover this all with water. I could add other herbs if I felt like it. I don't, because I have all those lovely fresh herbs in there, which, by the way, just another quick tip for you, is that when you have those big bunches of herbs, I'll just get one and show you. Hold on. Like when you buy cilantro like this is kind of intimidating. Like, who would use that much cilantro before it goes bad? Well, as soon as you get it home, just pick off the leaves you're going to use. Don't worry about all the little leaves and every little thing, because you're going to use it in your stock, right? So a great way to buying herbs less intimidating is to know that if you don't use them all, you can put them right in your stock bag and they won't go to waste, right? All right, fill it with water. What else do I want to tell you about this? So I could add any other herbs, and I could add salt and pepper. And I will add salt and pepper, actually. Pepper is fresh ground pepper is just a mainstay in my house. If you don't have a pepper grinder yet, you really ought to get one, because fresh ground pepper makes the world a difference. You know, I didn't quite fill that up enough, but I'll do that a little bit later. I will cook this about 6 hours on high. And then I'll take it and use my big old colander. Do you have a big old colander? My mother-in-law gave me a bunch of big old colanders. She had a collection. So I have these lovely old antique ones. And so when I'm done with it, I'll just drain it and strain it all in here. Catch all this stuff. I'll be left with the broth. And I'll be using it to make real vegetable soup, cooked with real vegetables, or borscht, or tomato basil soup, or just anything that calls for chicken or vegetable broth. You'd be able to use it for. What did I want to tell you? Oh, pepper grinder, right. So if you don't have a pepper grinder, you need to get one, because lovely little addition. I can't believe how long I lived without some things. Just some basic things I feel are like essential now. The pepper grinder is one of them. So if you consider yourself not a cook, you probably don't have a pepper grinder. It doesn't take being a cook to own a pepper grinder. There you go. I'm not going to add salt to it because I try not to add too much salt to things. I don't have high blood pressure issues or anything, but that's probably because I don't add salt to too many things. But if you would like to add salt, that would definitely be something that would flavor it way more like store-bought ingredient, chicken stock. So why don't I just buy chicken stock? Because all they are is boiling waste. And all this is so easy, right? So easy, so inexpensive. And chicken stock is just ridiculously expensive for what it is, which is their excess. So that's my answer to that. So I'm going to end this episode here. I don't need you to stick around and pretend like my soup has magically cooked and I'm pulling it out. You can imagine what my stock is going to look like, right? So just reminding you that I am Sandra Ahten from www.reasonableddiet.com. Hope you'll go to the website, visit me. I do a podcast called 6 Minutes of Sanity. I'm a diet and wellness coach, a professional motivation expert, and I have loved having you here in my kitchen with me.